Welcome back to the channel, it's Andy. We're back with FM23 and the IFK Göteborg series. We've got the Europa League knockout playoff today. I don't know if we'll do one leg or both legs. Not quite sure what we'll do about that, but I've just stopped off now because we're just about to find out who we're going to face. We're on the 4th of February. We don't play the game for a little while, but we're just about to find out who we're going to face. So I thought we're going to pause here, record it, and see who we're going to be up against in the playoff round. We win this, we'll be through to the last 16 of the Europa Conference League. Now off camera, we've had some pre-season stuff and we've made a bunch of signings, some young players, some players which will hopefully go straight into the first team. I'll show you those a little bit later on. We're going to do the draw now just quickly while I've got a little bit of time to record before I go to bed, but we've got our playoff round draw, so we're going to see who we're against. Now last time we wrapped up the league phase, the final 3 games we didn't win. We lost against Frankfurt and then we were held at home by Rijeka and Maccabi Tel Aviv, but we got 3 wins out of 6 in our first 3, so 11 points is a good showing, put us in 14th place, which means that we are seeded for the draw. So Leicester, Trabzonspor, Larnaca, Djurgårdens, Lille, Heerenveen, Nice and ourselves are in the top bracket, and then our possible opponents, we've got Victoria of the Czech Republic, Pogoni of Poland, Shakhtar Sologorsk of Belarus, PAOK of Greece, Puskás Akademia of Hungary, Rijeka of Croatia, who I don't know will it be able to face because we've just faced them, Sarajevo of Bosnia and Olimpia Ljubljana of Slovenia. Those are our potential opponents. And I feel like we can beat any one of those teams. So we'll see who we're going to face. Let's put the speed up to 3. And let's start the draw. Let's see who we're going to face in the knockout playoff round. Shakhtar Sologorsk, the first side out of the hat. And they will take on fellow Swedes, Djurgården, who managed to survive in Europe. Puskás Akademia, they are going to be against Nice. I think the unseeded teams are at home in the first leg. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not, because so far all the unseeded teams are at home. PAOK get Trabzonspor, Puskás have got Nice. There's Victoria, the Czechs, and they are against Larnaca of Cyprus. There's Rijeka. I don't know if we can face them because we did face them in our league phase. They get Leicester though. There's Pogoni, the Poles, and there's running out of opponents here, but we are going to be facing Pogoni, so it's going to be a trip to Poland for our first leg. Let's just see how the draw finishes. Sarajevo get Lille, which means that Heerenveen will face Olimpia Ljubljana. So it's going to be Pogoni in the knockout playoff rounds. I think that's definitely a tie that we can win. I feel like we can beat any one of those 8 sides. So Pogoni, the side that we are going to be against. And in 2024 they did win the league. So there is the confirmation then that we are facing Pogoni. Fellow Swedes Djurgårdens are against Shakhtar Sologorsk, and also qualifying from the league phase, Malmo were in second place with 18 points, maximum points for the other Swedes, so they will go through to the round of 16 themselves, and we could join them if we win against the Poles. And I'm confident that we can get past the Poles of Pogoni and get through to the round of 16 of the Europa Conference League. And it's been a good showing. I think we've done really well to get to where we have. Lazio was a big upset. We got through to the league phase. We did well in our first 3 games, not so well in the other 3 games. But we're in the playoffs, so that's good. 1 win away, 1 tie away from the last 16 of the Conference League. And next season, or the end of next season, we'll be in Champions League qualifying as league champions. So we're in a good place. Okay, we are back and we are on the day of the first leg of the tie against Pogoni. Before we get into that, let's now have a look at what's been happening transfer wise. We'll see who we've brought in and who has left. So Marcus Berg, as we know, retired in December, so he's a free agent, wants to be an assistant manager, but clearly isn't going to be a very good one. Gustav Svensson also retired. The 38-year-old midfielder didn't play a great deal of games for us over the 2 seasons we've played, and he has also retired at the age of 38. Wolfer Cannon also left when his contract expires. He looks like he's also retired as well, as he looks to be a head of youth development. And apart from Hussein Gassem, no one else has left the club. We haven't sold any players yet. I'm not sure if I will or not. We'll have to wait and see what sort of bids come in. Now, some of these signings are teenagers that we've paid very little money for that will hopefully grow into become good players, like Svensson here, the Icelandic midfielder who is 17. Got some decent attributes in there, got some potential. He's only cost us £15,000 from that club. We've also bought Björgvinsson, an Icelandic goalkeeper from Valur, and again, just a player that was very, very cheap you know, we'll wait and see. When he cost nothing, he was free. We'll see, you know, if he develops into something in the future. Sergio Sanchez is a striker that we bought from Casaroni. He's gone back there on loan for the rest of their season, and then he will be joining us. He's a centre forward with 14 finishing, not too bad physically, some good mentals in there. He's determined, he's got good teamwork, so he has joined us and gone back out on loan. £165,000. We have £5 million in the transfer budget, so fees like this I'm not too bothered about paying, really. Roman Motkovic, a Czech striker, 18 years old. Again, doesn't look too bad. Got some potential. 13 finishing, 13 heading, decent flair, not bad off the ball. Manas Kusu is a first-team player. He's homegrown and he's Swedish. He's 23 years old. He's joined us from Usters, who I think got relegated. £750,000 is that fee. Needed a couple of homegrown players just to fill out those ranks and increase that quota, and he doesn't look too bad. And I'm not sure if we'll get Metu back on loan from Bayern, because Bayern didn't seem especially keen on loaning him to us again. However, we did manage to reloan Jacob Ondrejka. He's homegrown Swedish on loan from Inter Milan. Slow start last season, but he did improve. 3 goals, 7 assists in the league. Had a good season in the end. And as he's homegrown, I tried to get him back in on loan. They didn't want to originally, but once they started accepting loans from other teams, we decided to jump in. We're paying less than £500 a week to loan him as well, so it's not an especially expensive loan. It's pretty cheap. Eric Alstrand is another midfielder that we have brought in. Again, just another player that can, you know, fill out those ranks. That was homegrown. He's 23 years old. Also, he's come from Halmstads, and that fee is also £750,000. And again, he looks pretty good. 13s across the board. I think he's about what we can expect for a squad player for our team. Victor Larsson is a squad option at right back. We haven't really loaned Bruckner this season. We've got him on loan last season for a bit from Bayern. Victor Larsson's another homegrown player. He's 24. He's come from Vernamo. £250,000 is that fee. And again, he looks fine, but he looks like a decent squad player. And lastly for now, Fabio Amaral, a Portuguese wide man who's come from Porto. Just £22,000, so not a lot of money at all. Decent pace, good dribbler at the ball, good first touch. Again, plenty of potential there. That's all the transfers we've made so far. I'm sure there'll be more. We still have over £3 million to spend, and we have that wage budget available. But yeah, I don't think I want to get like a really expensive first team player. I think this is still a good squad. As for what we're going to do about the Marcus Berg situation, I've been playing a pressing forward alongside the advanced forward in pre-season games. So I think we'll change it to that. I don't think we'll play the deep line forward. And again, we can always go into a 4-2-3-1 and maybe put someone like a Carnell in at number 10, or maybe Seguer if he can play there. Just someone like that. With that out of the way, let's jump into the first leg against Pogoń. It's away in Poland. I feel like we can win this. It doesn't seem like an especially tough tie, so hopefully we can do well. In team news, we do have a clean bill of health. Park Konate is not quite fully fit. We've got a few players that we haven't registered, but yeah, we do have a clean bill of health at the very least. So this is our starting 11 for the first leg. Dahlberg in goal. Tronsen, Johansson, Nissen and Olsen. Carlen and Hagen will be our midfield pairing. Hagen had a really good season last year. Got 9 goals in all competitions. Been a phenomenal player, so hopefully he can keep doing that. Ondrejka and Peñaloza at the wide men today. Kulikov and Abdullahi playing up front. Abdullahi as that pressing forward. Pogoń have a player called Linus Wahlqvist. Why do I know that name? I think I might have had Linus Wahlqvist in my BFC Dynamo save, because he did play at Dynamo Dresden for a time. So I think I recognise him from that series. But we're underway in this first leg in Poland. Very wintry conditions, as you can see. We are in, like, February in Poland. So, yeah, very wintry conditions. Going to be difficult to see the ball in this. It is orange, but it's going to be hard to see it. Here's Jacob Ondrejka. That shot, I think, took a deflection off his own player. I'm confident in this tie. I think we should be okay. I feel like we're the better side of these two. So, on paper, I think we should get through. However, they're on the ball here with the throw. It's Leonardo to Mikowski. Lonchar to Wozirowski, I think that was. Leonardo's got some space out wide here to put a ball in there. Smolinski. Borionsky goes for goal, and that's over. Here's Elias Hagen. Ball over the top looking for Abdullahi, but can't quite find him. Mikowski. And Peñaloza does well to win the ball there. Abdullahi, if he's onside, is this a goal? No, he can't get it on target. That's a shame. Half time, it is 0-0. Very close game. Very close run game. I think either side could get the result here, but like I said, we've got the second leg coming up, so I feel like we can win the tie, and if we do well in this first leg, there'll be less to do in the second, of course. Tronsen with a set piece here. It's headed away by Lonchar. Ondrejka going to win the ball back here. Kalle Johansson. We've got a good mix of experience and youth in that defence. So I'm excited to see how they do this season coming up. Ondrejka to Kulikov. And can Kulikov get the goal? He can. Andrei Kulikov had a phenomenal year last year. And he opens his account for the season in Poland. 1-0. Good ball by Ondrejka. And the defence cut into Kulikov from the tight angle as well. A nice finish to give us that 1-0 lead. Peñalosa has picked up a bit of a knock, but hopefully he'll be okay. I think we'll make a couple of changes as we're into the last half hour of the game. Abdullahi's not done amazingly today. We are going to take off Peñalosa, and I'm going to give Melvin Berg the run on the right hand side, an inverted winger. I'm going to give him a few minutes this season, see what he can do. Abdullahi's going to come off. I'm going to go to a 4-2-3-1, and I'm going to bring on Hussein Carnel as that attacking mid. Peñalosa might have actually put us through for a second goal here. He's got the ball back. And the cross is blocked. They would get a corner, and that will be his last involvement in the game. Melvin Berg making his first appearance in the senior match, I think. The corner's headed away by Lonshaw. Here's Ondrejka. Miscontrols it, but not under any significant pressure. That's good. Here's Tronsen. Tronsen goes for goal. It's up from range. It's not far off. Okay, less than 15 minutes to go of normal time. Here's Elias Hagen. Melvin Berg. Long ball finds Kulikov. Kulikov just with the goalkeeper to beat. And he can't quite. The defender caught up with him. He pulls the ball back, looking for Karlen, but can't quite find him. And now Starzicki over the ball. Zajovic is surely offside there, but it's a good save by Dahlberg in the end, but it was offside. Kuzu is going to come on for his debut, and Seger is going to replace Elias Hagen. Last 5 minutes, and we still lead 1-0. It's been a very close game, though. Pogon have definitely offered stuff in the game. 3 shots on target, XG of almost 1. They haven't played especially badly. Didn't create too much. 4 half chances, to be fair to them, actually. So, you know, they didn't actually do that badly. They put up a fight. We defended very, very well. Kulikov getting the goal. So it was a good performance. And Melvin Berg actually came on and created stuff. So, yeah, that was a good result. And apparently we were underdogs there. I don't know that we were or not, but I guess it was quite a close run game. Could have gone either way. Could have been a draw. But I think we've done well to win away from home there. That puts a bit less pressure on us for the second leg at home. Bad news though, we've got a cup game coming up against Tarvi. Elias Hagen has just picked up a back injury in training, so that's going to keep him out for quite a while. Well, it was a big win in the cup, 5-1 against Tarvi, as expected, against a side that were big underdogs. Olivier got a hat-trick, which he completed just before half-time. Carne also scored before half-hour. They conceded in the second half, but that's fine. And Norlin scored late on to get our 5th. So, routine win, dominant performance, as you'd expect from a fixture like that. And aside from the injury to Hagen, we got away with everything else free, no further injuries. So we're in a good place with the second leg. 2 days before the second leg, Abdullahi's suffering from flu, so we're going to get him home. Won't worry about him for the game, and we've got options up top, so that's not the worst thing that could have happened. Okay, second leg, the team looks like this. Hausner and Nissen back 4, Olsen at right back. Ostrand and Kusu played in the cup game and did well, so they're going to keep their places. We played 4-2-3-1. Karne played attacking mid behind Kulikov, and with no Abdullahi, we're going to stick with it. We've got no Hagen either, so he's out of the picture. We do have Seger on the bench and Karlen on the bench if Ostrand and Kusu need to come off for any reason. Ondrejka and Peñalosa return out wide as well. So this is the team we're going to go for. It's a 4-2-3-1. Bit of a system change. Hopefully it will pay off and we can get through this second leg with no fuss. If we lose this second leg, then we could be going out. We could be going extra time, but hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm going to go for a calm down shout from the off because we've still got that 1-0 lead from the first leg, and encourage wouldn't really have helped us there. I think I left on a slightly higher line of engagement from the cup game though, so I'm going to leave it on and see if that does anything. I think it might be something to think about later on, is just trying to press a little bit higher. But the first leg, sides were kind of evenly matched, and this second leg, we have had 6 shots but none on target, but Pogon haven't done anything yet. As a matter of fact, we're almost at half time and there hasn't been a single highlight. So, yeah, great 45 minutes and no shots on target. There were no highlights because I had commentary only on. I had commentary only on for the cup game. So that's why there were no highlights. So here we go, second half. We'll see if we can actually see some football this time. If Pogoni score, then I'm going to be a bit annoyed. Zajovic is doing it all by himself here, though. But there are some shots coming into the box. Here's Mikowski. And, oh, it's a shot from range and it's just the wrong side of the post. Now, Olivier scored a hat-trick in the cup game, so I might bring him on, because Kulikov, I mean, he hasn't hit the target yet, so we might get him off. It's Chesney out with a big clearance. Olsen heads it to Carnel. Peñalosa looking for Kulikov. Oh, and the missed header by the defender. That is criminal defending. You can't do that in your own box. It's been disallowed, though. They've got no way with it there. Peñalosa with the header. He was a good couple of yards offside, but I mean, I can't believe he missed that header. That's criminal. Right, I'm making some changes because this hasn't been a good first half or good second leg like at all, really. Olivier is going to come on. Carne, I think we're going to keep him where he is. I might put him as a shadow striker, though. I don't know if shadow striker and advanced forwards get in the way of each other. Shadow striker is not something I've really used a great deal. So I'm going to check it and see how it does. Seen a few shots on target at the very least in the second leg, but it's been very, very close. Still 0-0 in this second leg. If Pagani score now, then it's level and we could be going in extra time. 10 minutes to go here. Still 0-0 on the night. Still lead 1-0 on aggregate, but been a very close game once again. I think these sides are more evenly matched than I thought. Like, Pagani is a side I'd heard of, but not really seen too much of from like previous European competitions. Like I know you get like Wisla Krakow and Poznan, and well, they've scored. So I think we're going extra time here. This isn't good. I've underestimated the Poles, and they've managed to beat us at home on the night. There's still 2 minutes left, so that might change. But this isn't going very well. Redrikowski to Bijakayan. And Legowski gets through, beats the keeper. This is not going well. We're going to extra time. I didn't see this coming. Poor performance really by us on this one. But this has not been a good second leg here. We're losing at home. We're going to penalties because there's going to be 0 highlights in this extra time period. We could be going out of the Conference League here. And I didn't think that would be happening looking at the opponents withdrawn. I've underestimated them here. And we're going to penalties. Okay, penalty shootout against Pagani. It's been a pair of 1-0s. One for us in Poland and one for Pagani in Gothenburg. Pagani score their first penalty. Now it's Markovic for us. And I really want us to get through this. I really do. Oh no. We're going to go out. I just know this is happening. Markovic's first penalty saved. And already we're at a disadvantage. And Pagani could go 2-0 up with this one with Legowski. And they have done that. And we're going to go out. If you don't score that first penalty, there's no way you're going to win the shootout. Like, the momentum is with them immediately. Peñalosa will hopefully score this. And he does. He smashes it into the net. I've underestimated Pagani here, and they're going to make us pay. So I'm disappointed in myself there. Lonchar with a penalty for the Poles. He's gone the right way. Yeah, this isn't working out, is it? It's 3-1. We've still got one to take here with Gustav Norlin. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, well, we were definitely not going through. Norlin saved. Pagani, if they scored this penalty, have won. I can't believe we're going to go out. I really thought we were going to get past this. I mean, not easily, but I thought we were big favourites here. I've been a bit complacent. I've underestimated them. And Zek here with a chance to win it for Pagani and send them through to the last 16. It's saved. We're still in it. We get a stay of execution. Pontus Dahlberg does make a save. But now the pressure's on us to score. It's Marco Olivieri, who did miss a penalty in the cup game, aside from his hat-trick. And he needs to score this, otherwise we are out of the Europa Conference League. Can he put it in the net? Let's see. He can. So we're still in it for now, but now it's again Pagani's chance to win it. They could win this 4-2 if they score this penalty. It's Leo Borges who's taken it. And if he scores this penalty, it sends Pagani through. If he doesn't, then we've got to score to send it to extra time. And he scored the penalty, and Pagani have knocked us out of the Europa Conference League. I can't believe that's happened. It was a close couple of legs, but I genuinely thought we had enough about us to get through this, and we haven't played well enough there, like at all. It was a poor second leg. Like, it took so long to get a shot on target. We only had a couple of shots on target. It was a poor second leg. I'm disappointed in myself, and I'm disappointed in the team for not getting through that. Your Gardens have gone through, though. They've beaten Shakhtar Soligor, so they're through to the round of 16. So that's going to help us coefficient-wise, but I'm disappointed we've lost that. We won 1-0 in Poland. We had all the momentum, or a little bit of momentum at least. And well, you could say we bottled it in the second leg. We were leading. We lost at home. That Legowski 88th goal sends it through extra time, and we're out. Pogoni have drawn Zrinski in the round of 16. Again, I think that's a tie that we could have won. So I feel like we could have gone a lot further in this competition. Like, sort of after getting through that league phase. Like, Zrinski, I've never heard of them. Like, to me, that says that that's a side that I think we can beat. Djurgårdens have got Malmö, so we've got an all-Swedish tie in the round of 16, which doesn't help the coefficient. So one of those sides is going to go out, unfortunately. But yeah, that's our Europa Conference League run at an end. So we'll be back in qualifying for Europe in, I think it's July, Champions League qualifying. So we won't see that for a little while. So I guess for now, we'll focus back on the league. Like, the Allsvenskan doesn't start until April. So we've got about another, at least a month before we're ready for that. So we'll come back. Our first game of the season is against Malmö, who we just pipped to the title last season. And we're opening it. Didn't we start with Malmö last season? That's got to be fixed. Surely that's like the big like curtain raiser for the league. Like the game against Malmö. It's exactly the same fixture. And I think in season 1 they were like our second match. Yeah, they're our second match in season 1. So I don't know what's going on, but we've got to face them at some point. I guess it's our opening fixture. So we'll do that next time. We'll start the new league season for 2025 against Malmö away from home. See if we can get off to a good start. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave comments, and subscribe if you haven't, or if you're new, turn notifications on. Europa Conference League ended on a bit of a sour note there. I feel like we could have won that tie. And I feel like we could have got a bit further, but unfortunately our run's come to an end. That's how it is sometimes, unfortunately. Hopefully we can get back on track, go for another league title this year, see if we can retain our title and defend it. And we'll be back with Europe in the summer with Champions League qualifying. So looking forward to that in the summer. But for now, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.